And baseball fans, welcome inside All-City Stadium in Denver, Colorado for the first of the 5A Colorado State Baseball semifinals between the Regis Jesuit and Legend Titans. Regis and red and white. There's a good look at Legend, the undefeated team remaining in the bracket in the royal blue. Legend, the home team for today's game. They'll send to the mound number 10, Brooks Trujillo. For the Red Raiders, Walt Weiss, the head coach. Kelly Doherty, the athletic director, 19-5 on the season for Regis. Regis must win out to claim the 2012 5A state title here in CHSAA. Brooks Trujillo on the mound for Legend. Regis making their way into the dugout. Beautiful stadium, great day. About 65 degrees. The winds have subsided a bit. It was gusty here earlier. For Trujillo on the mound, comes in with a 7-3 mark. He the number 3 starter for the Titans. A 3.03 ERA in 32 1/3 innings pitched. Just a 1.78 batting average against. Struck out 35, walked 24. So Trujillo to the bump today. Pitch count of about 110 is what we're told by head coach Scott Fellers. I'm Josh Gross here on the Play On Sports Network. Great to have you with us for 5A Colorado State Baseball Championship action. Fans piling in, a great view across the street of the University of Denver. This, the high school level baseball state title. The batting order for Regis leading off. The second baseman, number 3, Max George, followed up by number 12 at third base, Joey Larson. Hitting third, the coach's son, and shortstop, number 22, Brody Weiss. The cleanup hitter in right field, number 17, Jordan Kennedy. Center fielder, number 11, Patrick Dingus. First baseman, Reagan Todd, wears number 8. Hitting 7th, wearing number 2. Playing left field is Andrew Smith. The DH, Eric Brunts, wearing number 10. Catching, Pat Powers. And the pitcher, Peter Baer. He will not bat. There's Weiss in the red, talking to the officiating crew from Colorado Springs. Behind the plate today, Steve Schleppler. On the bases, you have Fred Zucker and an umpire, Michael Quintana. Schleppler cleans it off, moments away from the start of the 5A semifinal between Regis and Legend. Regis must win to stay alive. Legend automatically knows it's got a spot in the championship game. The question is, will it have 2 games to win 1, or will it just advance to that very final game where it's a all on the line shot? Trujillo, starting today, is more of an end of game type guy and has been this year, but he's gotten some starts. Coach Feller's very confident in him. You know, the question was, do you go with one of the aces? He's going to save them for tomorrow and let it be in the hands of Trujillo today. The defense behind him, Mickey Peterson, his battery mate behind the plate. Tyler Honahan at first, Tanner Thompson at second. Bobby Dahlbeck at short. Mike Baird rounds out the infield. In left is Connor Orgill. Jacob Gentry patrols center. And Jake Jenkins in right. Trujillo gets the ball today. Words from his teammates. Mac George steps in for Regis. Threatening hitter, 527 batting average, gets on base 64% of the time. First pitch of the 5A semifinal from Trujillo. Pulling it back, George, as he shortened up on the bat. 1-0. Set back up the middle, right past Trujillo and into center field. Past the glove of Dahlbeck, and Max George, who gets on base so often, is the leadoff man on today.
Max George leading out to the base hit for the Raiders. Now batting third baseman number 12, Joey Larson.
So the leadoff man aboard, Joey Larson, is up next. 329 on the season for him. Five sacrifices this season. Lays down the bunt along the first base line. It goes foul. He's got 3 of those 5 sacrifices have been bunts just like that. That one hugs the line and rolls out of play. Talked to Coach Weiss about playing small ball. He doesn't really like to do it, but he said we've done more of it in the postseason and expect even more of it here today. Have to manufacture runs as the third baseman, Baird, is in on the grass. The 0-1. Going is George. Pitch outside, throw down, not in time. George with a stolen base into scoring position. 17th steal on the season for George. And Regis in business. Well, they didn't get the bunt down on the first pitch, and George takes it into his own hands. George, just a sophomore, and he is a flat-out stud. The 1-1, Trujillo delivers. Squaring back again, pulling back is Larson. So he squared around 2 of the 3 times. The first one went foul, this one he lays off. Baird was in on the grass before, now he plays back. Bunting again in front of the plate. Coming out to get it, Peterson. Good throw to first with Tanner Thompson covering. 1 away, George advances on over to third.
Sacrifice the runner second to third with 1 out at the plate. Shortstop number 22, Brody.
90 feet away from home plate is Max George, stepping up Brody Weiss. 420 batting average. He has power, 4 home runs, 28 RBIs, and fouls one off toward that Regis dugout. The 0-1, low and away, 1-1. Overthrown from the catcher, Mickey Peterson, into center field. An error on the catcher brings in George. 1-0 Regis. So George comes in with 1 away here in the top of the first. Weiss now, nobody on the pond. Popped up right side, out of play. That'll reach the parking lot. Talk about manufacturing runs. Mickey Peterson made it a bit easier by throwing the ball to center. Weiss, center field, tracking back Jacob Gentry, gone! The error does nothing for legend. Brody Weiss goes deep in his first at-bat. It's 2-0 Regis, his 5th on the season. .380 to dead center. That one cleared it with plenty of room, probably about 400 feet from the son of the former major leaguer, and 2-0 Regis, the visitors, on top. Jordan Kennedy hits cleanup for Regis. .377 batting average, 22 ribbies. After George comes in on an error on the throw by the catcher, Weiss goes deep. Kennedy at the plate. Low and tight in the dirt. First time we've seen a throw from Kennedy on down. The 2-1 is inside. 3-1 now. Grounded. Nice play. The first baseman knocks it down. Hanahan covering Trujillo, but Hanahan able to collect the handle. So reaching is Kennedy. 3 of the first 4 batters have reached. The only not to was the sacrifice from Larson. Officially ruled an error on Hanahan. And so for Trujillo, he's seen 2 errors already in front of him here in the first inning. Patrick Dingus digs in. The senior, 6'4", 185, pop foul. 333 on the season for Dingus. 2 home runs, 13 driven in. The 0-1. Wide and tight, hits off the mask of Peterson as he went for the block, goes all the way to the screen, advancing on the wild pitch to second base is Kennedy. You have to wonder what's going through the mind right now of Brooks Trujillo. Coach Feller said he's a calm guy. He's got composure on the mound. Already 2 in, just 1 away here in the top of the first. The windup delivers. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Fastball at about 85 miles an hour when he tops out at 2-2. Leading off second is Kennedy. Pop foul right over the press box here at All City Stadium. The count stays at 2 apiece. Curveball got him looking. Trujillo gets the backwards K on Patrick Dingus on the 2-2 pitch. 2 away now. Runner still on second. 2 in so far here in inning number 1. The first baseman, Reagan Todd, digs in. 294 on the season. A homer and 5 ribbies. .556 on base percentage. Trujillo a little bit bothered by the runner Kennedy at second. Looks him back on that pitch, paying attention. Try to give the outfielders a shot at pegging him at the plate on a single to the outfield. Painting the corner, Trujillo, 1-1. Trujillo sets a peek back at Kennedy. Another look, calling time at the plate was the batter Reagan Todd. Trujillo took just a little bit too long on that one. As we get a great shot of the beautiful field the players spoiled to play on here today. All City Stadium in Denver, just off I-25. The 2-2 is away. Pop foul. Right over the top. So Trujillo a chance to get out of it here. Count even at 2 apiece. 2 outs, 2 hits, 2 errors, 2 runs in for Regis. Top of the first. 5A semifinal. Todd got it on the low and in. Counts full. Grounded to first. Hanahan paused, charged. Easy play for him. And the inning is over. The damage, though, is done. Max George, a leadoff single, a stolen base. He scores on an error. Brody Weiss goes deep for Regis, 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first.
The Raiders in the top of the first. They open scoring with 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, leave 1 runner on base. It's 2-0 Raiders. Titans coming to bat. Setting the defense for the Raiders over at first base is Reagan Todd. Second baseman is Max George. Over at third base is Joey Larson. Shortstop, number 22, Brody White. Around the outfield for the Raiders, left fielder Andrew Schmidt. Center fielder is Chad.
And back here at All City Stadium in Denver, Colorado, the 5A Colorado State Baseball semifinal. Regis picking up 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 left on base, top of the first inning. The pitcher for Regis today, Peter Bayer, taking the mound. 7-0 this season, a 2.88 earned run average. He is an ace, 3 complete games in 6 starts. Strikes out 41, 18 free passes. Bayer headed next year to the University of Richmond, where he'll pitch for the Spiders.
Now for the Legend Titans, left fielder number 17, Connor Orville.
Titans find themselves down 2 as they step to the plate at the bottom of the first. Legend coached by Scott Fellers. Jason Jacob is the athletic director. Donning the royal blue, Connor Orgill leads off. Looks at a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Orgill, a junior, 354 on the season. Couple of home runs, 9 driven in. Bayer winds, delivers, foul tipped. 0-2. You can see the difference in velocity early on from Bayer compared to Trujillo. Bayer, trotting out an ace is Walt Weiss, and he needs to. He said, you know what, we got to live today, survive till tomorrow. We'll figure out tomorrow then. Swinging on the low grounder. It's dug out of the dirt. Powers, swing and a miss. Officially a strikeout in the books. So down swinging Orhill. Put out 2-3. Catcher Powers to first baseman Reagan Todd.
Second baseman number 21, Tanner.
Bayer 41 strikeouts this season and 48 2/3 coming in. The wind delivery, that one's driven to right center field. Should have room. The right fielder Jordan Kennedy, he makes the catch about 15 feet in front of the wall, 2 away.
2 outs and nobody on. At the plate for the Titans, number 3, shortstop Bobby Dahlbeck.
2 down, and Legend's best hitter, the 6'4" 220-pound junior Bobby Dahlbeck, .468 batting average, 5 homers, 21 ribbies. You see this guy in person, you see he looks the part of an all-star. Calm bat at the plate for Dahlbeck. Jammed, fouled in front of his dugout, 1-1. Little curveball, breaking ball there from Bayer, 1-2. He's out ahead of Dahlbeck with 2 away at the bottom of the first. To short, Brody Weiss there. Calm delivery, low throw. Reagan Todd hangs on. 3 up, 3 down through the inning. Regis gets 2 in the top half. 1, 2, 3 goes the Legend Titans. We head to the top of the second. 2-0 Regis.
For the Titans in the bottom half of the first, no runs scored, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 1 complete in the books. 2-0 Raiders. Scheduled for the Raiders are Andrew Schmidt, Brunt, and Howard. Colorado High School Activities Association would like to take this opportunity to recognize Max Press. Max Press is the association's official statistics and results partners, making score reporting and statistics easy for coaches and fans. Top half of 2-0 Raiders. We lead off with left fielder number 2, Andrew Schmidt.
Top of the second, All City Stadium, the 5A semifinal. 2-0 Regis, 1 inning officially in the books. Trujillo got touched up for a couple of hits. He also had a couple of errors in the field and gave up the bomb to Brody Weiss. The number 6 hitter, Andrew Schmidt, digs in. Ball 1. Schmidt, left fielder, 300 batting average this season. Sidewinder from Trujillo, right back up the middle. Look out into center field where Gentry receives. So the leadoff batter on in each of the first 2 innings for Coach Weiss. And just as the leadoff batters get on in each of the first 2, both of those balls hit right back up the middle. Got to make the coaching staff happy. The designated hitter, Eric Bruntz, will hit today for the pitcher, Peter Bayer. Bruntz just 194 this season, a check on Schmidt at first. First throw over we've seen. Bruntz 4 doubles, his lone extra base hits, and a strike from Trujillo. Digging in the senior. Laying down, squaring, couldn't get the bunt down, and a strike on the square around attempt. 1-2. Middle infielders, double play depth. In on the grass at third is Mike Baird. Don't know if Bruntz will be bunting here. Did see a bunt from the second batter in the first inning from Regis, struck him out. Down goes Bruntz, his 5th strikeout of the season. For Trujillo, the second man that he's sent down. Pat Powers, the catcher for Regis, digs in. A senior, 5'10", 160 pounds, 295 batting average. Pitch low and away, 1-0. Schmidt a leadoff first. Pitch popped foul, way ahead of it on the off-speed stuff was Powers. That one sent out of play. Pickoff attempt, back easily is Schmidt as he dives in and dusts off the dirt. Trujillo again over to first, paying a lot of attention to Andrew Schmidt on the base pass. Not a huge lead, 2-1. Well, Trujillo saw Max George in the first inning in motion. Wants to make sure it doesn't happen again on him. 2-1s, low and away, 3-1. Getting the signs, Powers. Lead off first by Schmidt. Pitch delivers right down Broadway. 3-2. Have to think that Schmidt would be in motion right here. Powers has struck out 6 times this season. Another check on him, and diving back is the Regis left fielder. Hanahan, good left-handed glove, wearing 24. He's the one protecting first. The runner goes, 3-2, low and away, ball 4. So Schmidt drew a lot of attention, and ultimately it was the catcher Powers who drew the walk.
Your attention please, courtesy running at first base, number 4, Brooks Urich.
Brooks Urich comes in to pinch run at first base for Powers.
Back to the top, George for the Raiders. Second baseman, Max George.
Back to the top of the order for Regis here with 1 away in the top of the second. George had a single, a stolen base, scored a run on an error in the first. 2 on for him. Ball gets away from Peterson, still looking for it. And the runners advance second and third now. 2 runners in scoring position for George, who's got 25 driven in this season.
Here we go, champ!
Schmidt off third. Urich off second. Swing tipped into the glove of Peterson. 1-1. It's got to be an interesting strategy here for Legend. Playing for something, but not for much. George fouls it off at the plate, 1-2. They know they're in the championship game. The question is, will they have 2 games to win 1, as this is a double elimination tournament, or will it be a winner-take-all final tomorrow afternoon? Trujillo delivers. George to third. It's foul outside the line as Baird gets a glove on it. We'll do it again. Coach Fellers choosing to play it at nothing against Trujillo, as we said, a 3.03 ERA. He's been touched up for a couple runs here. Has been let down by the defense a little bit as well. Trujillo steps off the rope. George lets that one go. It gets away from Peterson. A run will score on the wild pitch from Trujillo. Advancing to third on the play is Urich. 3-0 Regis. 2 wild pitches to Max George.
Way to go, way to go!
Trujillo a bit wild right now, maybe a little bit rattled. George with a runner on third. He's looking to bring him in. Pitch wild. Good stop there by Peterson. Otherwise, that would have been an easy stroll in the park for Urich to home plate. No action stirring in the Legend bullpen. The payoff outside. So George brings in a run, walks or draws a walk. First and third for Larson. George has reached both times today as he approaches a .666 on base percentage. Infield, middle infield, a double play depth. The first baseman Hanahan holding on George, the third baseman just off the infield grass. Driven, caught by the second baseman Thompson. The throw back to first, not in time. Thompson elevated just enough to snag the play. Nice job by the second baseman Tanner Thompson.
Line drive handled nicely by Tanner Thompson at second base.
And for Thompson, saving a run right there. Plays second, third, does some pitching for the team. And a nice leaping stop there to deny Larson. Weiss, a home run in his first at-bat, swinging away, fouling it off. Urich on third, George on first. Handcuffed is Larson, 0-2. Weiss jumped on a 1-1 delivering from Trujillo in the first. He finds himself way behind here in the second. Delivered just off that outside corner. Trujillo was on his way to the dugout. And no, says home plate umpire Steve Schlepper. The 1-2 just missed off the corner. Trujillo not getting any love at home plate, and that sometimes happens when you're getting knocked around the park. The 2-2 to the shortstop, Dahlbeck. Goes the short route to Thompson at second. And another run across, though, for Regis. A hit, a run, one left. 3-0 Regis through 1.5.
For the Raiders in the second, they had one run on one hit, no errors, 2 runners left. 3-0 Raiders heading to the bottom half of the second. Tight hitters, Jake Jenkins, Hanahan, and Bears. The CHSAA, Colorado High School Activities Association membership, would like to remind everyone at today's game that whether you are a participant, a coach, or a spectator, cheer for your team and not against your opponent. The only true measure of this sportsmanship is cheering for your team and not against your opponent.
Bottom of the second we go. Legend trailing 3-0 to the Regis Jesuit Raiders. Regis 2 in the first, 1 in the second. And Trujillo got a bit wild there in inning number 2. Bayer back to the mound. 1, 2, 3 went the Titans in the top of the first. Jake Jenkins digs in for Legend, 3-11 on the season. Bayer's delivery, low and away, 1-0. Jammed on the hands, charging George. Sidearm throw to Hanahan, or excuse me, to Todd. 1 away. So Max George involved at the plate now gets his first touch in the field. It'll bring in Tyler Hanahan to the batter's box. 397 on the season. A homer and 6 driven in. Bayer's curveball hangs high and tight, 1-0. Hanahan must have caught a half dozen pickoff attempt throws from Trujillo in the top half of the inning. Now he looks to build a place at first base. That ball driven down the right field line and foul. over the Legend bullpen. 1-1. Bayer's delivery is wide, 2-1. Honahan struck out 11 times this season. He's drawn 12 walks, a .473 on base percentage. Bayer digs in, that one low and away as well. First 3-ball count here today. Cloud covers All City Stadium. Bayer bouncing towards George to his right. The throw back to Honahan, 2 away. Couple of bouncing balls to George, couple of putouts for him here in the bottom of the second. The first 5 retired by Bayer.
At the plate, third baseman number 11, Mike Bayer.
Batting 6th for the Titans is the third baseman, Mike Baird. He's hitting .364 this year. To right, and the first runner of the ball game is Mike Baird for the Titans. A 2-out single to right.
2 out, man at first. At the plate, designated hitter number 5, Adam.
So Baird on base. The designated hitter Adam Ausmus will hit today for the center fielder Jacob Gentry. Ausmus .222 this season, the junior without an extra base hit on the campaign. Bayer from the stretch drops a curveball in there. That one, nice 12-6, a smile on Bayer's face as he painted the corner. Pickoff throw to first. Slap tag by Reagan Todd, not in time. Says the umpire. Bayer can't believe it. Pat Powers says, all right, no problem here. Good move there from Bayer as he showed the quick little slide step over to first. The 0-1 delivery, curveball once again, getting a piece of it. Ausmus, 0-2. Bayer threw hard in the first inning. He's bringing it again, but using more of the curveball through the middle part of this Legend lineup. And it is wicked. Bayer the leadoff first. The pitch, right back to the pitcher. Bayer fields, throws, that'll do it. A hit for Mike Baird. He's the first base runner of the game for Legend. No runs across, 1 stranded. 3-0 Regis through 2.
No errors, 1 runner left on base. 2 innings in the book is 3-0 Raiders. Scheduled hitters are Kennedy, Dingus, and Todd. For over 7 decades, Farmers Insurance Group has been committed to Colorado communities with programs that improve safety, enhance educational opportunity, and increase civic participation. Farmers is proud to be involved with the CHSAA and high school activities. Farmers, get you back where you belong.
To the top of the third we go. Regis, 2 runs in the first, 1 across in the second. A 3-0 cushion as its pitcher Peter Bayer has been very good so far. 6 outs, just 1 base runner. Jordan Kennedy leading off. Reached on an error by the first baseman in the first. The cleanup hitter for Regis takes one high and wide. 1-0. Popped up, shallow right field. Now it drifts. Moving back, Jenkins settles under into his leather, one away. Just missing it there was Kennedy. And good sign for Trujillo and Coach Fellers. The leadoff man reached in the first and the second. He's got the leadoff man here in the third retired as Dingus steps in. Got caught looking in the first after a wild pitch advanced a runner. Sky high moon ball coming back for a Mickey Peterson, and that one out of play. The 1-1 to the shortstop, caught. Easy play there by Dahlbeck, lazy line drive. 2 down.
Now batting for the Raiders, first baseman number 8, Reagan.
Reagan Todd steps up. He ended the first inning with a ground out to the first baseman, Tyler Honahan. Delivery is low and in. To left field, going back is Connor Orgill, and he makes the catch at the wall to end the inning. Robbed is Kennedy, and what about the play from Orgill out there? 3 up, 3 down. That's the end of the top of the third inning. 3-0 Regis.
Peterson and Orville for the Titans. Echelon awards and trophies, official sponsors of the Colorado High School Activities Association, have assisted the association's efforts to promote, develop, and direct all activities in the Colorado High School. Special thank you to Echelon Awards.
To the bottom of the third we go. Connor Orgill, a sensational play in left field as we get another look at it.
To left field, going back.
He got to crack the wall and robbing Kennedy of the home run, showing the ball. What a play by the left fielder. Congratulations all around on the Titans bench, and got just enough of a leap and landed in his glove. Nice play by the left fielder. And the best inning by far for the Titans pitcher in Brooks Trujillo. Back to the mound for Regis is Peter Bayer. A lone single to Mike Baird in the second, the only man to reach so far. Bottom far away corner, shaking his head no, says Brooks Trujillo, the pitcher, 0-1. Line foul, look out in the stands. Dangerous liner. Looks like it caught the bleachers and not a fan. Good news, because that one was scorching. Bayer 0-2. Trujillo started to offer, pulled it back on the pitch in the dirt. Gotta love the mindset of Peter Bayer. He looks like he's having fun out there. Got a big smile on his face almost every play. He's walking around the mound, dancing around, and knows he's a great thrower. Look at that 12-6 curveball. Nothing Trujillo could do. A backwards K for Bayer. His second strikeout of the game. His first one to get a man looking. One away. digging in. The 9th man in the lineup is Mickey Peterson. He offered it that one, 0-1. Peterson, 5'11" 170-pound junior, 265 batting average this season. 3 doubles make up his extra base hits. The wind deal. Bayer with a little bit extra on that one. Inside. Line foul, same spot. It actually right past the exact same gentleman in the stands. Just missed him. He must have a target on his shirt here today. Coach Weiss called the pitcher Peter Bayer excitable, and looks like he's having fun. Time called by Peterson at the plate. Gets in a practice swing. He's down 1-2 in the count. Pitch, another curveball by Bayer. Puts some dirt on the hand, and again that smile on his face. I don't think there's anything to smile about for the Titans hitters, as Bayer's given him everything he has. The windup pitch right back our way. Count stays 2-0. Down swinging is Peterson. Started running to first. The clean catch behind the plate by Bowers. Back-to-back strikeouts here to start the 3rd inning for Bayer. Back to the top of the order, and Connor Orgill, who had the sensational play in left to rob a home run from Reagan Todd to end the top half. Orgill struck out to start the 1st. Bayer's pitch is inside this time. This one down. These two teams met back on April 11th. Regis 11-3 victors over Legend. It was actually the last loss for the Titans. Since then, Coach Feller's crew has reeled off 14 straight after starting the season 5-4. Swing and a miss by Orgill on the 2-0. Squaring to bunt was Orgill, and he was hit. Asking for the appeal down to first is Powers. It's denied by the home plate umpire. Bayer in there as well. Weiss out of the dugout to get an explanation. It looked to me like he was squaring around. Don't know why on a 2-1 pitch he would have. And Coach Weiss looking for an explanation. Coach Weiss played for 4 different teams in his 14-year big league career. Came up with the Oakland A's in 1987. 88 was officially his rookie year. He was the AL Rookie of the Year that season. The following year, in the Battle of the Bay between the A's and the Giants, Weiss claimed the World Series, first of a couple in his career. He said to me earlier today, the last out, his favorite memory from an earthquake-ridden World Series. Delayed, 7-8 days on that one. The A's victorious. That was the Bash brothers, Canseco and McGuire, before their names had been somewhat smeared in the public eye. Bayer delivers, and he catches the batter in the helmet. Reaching is Tanner Thompson on the hit by pitch. His first time this season he's been nicked. And Bayer with a couple of outs on the board. Now a couple on. Back-to-back hit by pitches. That one on a breaking ball off the helmet. So still just one hit given up by Bayer, but 2 base runners, and the first runner in scoring position now is Orgill. Conversation at the mound. Oh, pat on the butt from the catcher, Pat Powers, and digging in the number 3 hitter, Bobby Dahlbeck. If there's a man you want at the plate with ducks on the pond, it's Dahlbeck, 21 driven in, a .714 slugging percentage. He grounded to short his first time up, 0 for 1. Bayer delivers in the dirt. Legend looking for its first run of the game. Bayer delivers. That one catches the outside corner on an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-1. Look back at the runner. Bayer to the plate. It's in the dirt, and Dahlbeck ahead on the count, 2-1. Orgill with a moderate lead off second on that last pitch. The trail runner, Tanner Thompson, has Hanahan playing behind him at first. Max George keeps an eye on Orgill, trying to keep him close. The 2-1's wide. 3-1 now for Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck draws a walk. 3 straight batters have reached here against Bayer with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Looked like he was cruising. A backwards K on Brooks Trujillo to lead off the inning. Got Mickey Peterson swinging. Then he hit Orgill on a turn bunt, maybe questionable as to whether there was an attempt at bunting by Orgill. A breaking ball caught Tanner Thompson in the head, and now Dahlbeck on a 3-1 count draws a walk. Here's the cleanup hitter, Jenkins. The pitch is low and away, 1-0. Playing the opposite way is the center fielder, Patrick Dingus. Jenkins, a couple bombs this season. Grounded up through the middle. The shortstop over to make the play to flip from Weiss to George. That'll do it. A scare for Bayer and Regis. They remain unscathed. 3-0 Regis through 3 innings.
To the side in the 3rd. No runs on no hits, no errors. They strand 3 runners. We played 3 complete with 3-0 Raiders. 5th run at Towers coming to the plate. Colorado High School Activity Association would like to take this opportunity to recognize the band orthopedic sports medicine specialists for their generous support of the association. Advanced Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists are official sponsors of the Colorado High School Activities Association.
Not far from the foothills here in Denver, Colorado at All City Stadium. Great shot of the lovely scenery here a mile high. Brooks Trujillo back to the mound for the start of the 4th inning. He gave up 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Didn't allow a run in the 3rd thanks to a great play by the left fielder, Connor Orgill. Andrew Schmidt steps up. He singled and scored in the 2nd. Weak cut by Schmidt, upsetted himself, 1-1. Schmidt went right back through the box, up the middle, past Trujillo on his hit in the second. Looks at a ball outside, 2-1. Dropped in on the outside corner, count even at 2. You have to wonder what's going through Trujillo's mind. He saw a late rally with 2 outs, only to see Bayer record that last out on a shortstop to second flip. The bases were full of Titans, and Bayer made his way out of it. The 3-2 is a late swing from Schmidt, staying alive, fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Trujillo delivers breaking ball, shifting over Gentry on the run. Nice play by Jacob Gentry to get there just in time. Might have misread it off the bat, recovered, and caught it waist high, 1 away.
Jake Gentry running it down in center field for the first out. At the plate, DH number 10, Eric Brunt.
Wind is blowing straight in, might have played tricks on Gentry there. Brunts gets a piece. He struck out in the second for the Raiders. Trujillo delivers, drops that one in. Looks like he's getting more command of his breaking ball, which is helping him get ahead of hitters. Relying on that instead of the fastball, and he's out way in front, 0-2 on Brunts. Brunt started to swing. They'll say he went. The tag by the catcher Peterson, and quickly 2 away. So a breaking ball in the dirt gets a strikeout for Trujillo. His 3rd on the day. And the number 9 man, Brooks Urich. Coach Weiss said that Urich was probably his top right-handed pinch hitter. He came on the base paths in the second for replacing Pat Powers at bat. Powers to right, drifting back Jenkins, still running. What a catch! Nope, gets past him. Yes, he got it. Jenkins drifted over. We've seen nice defensive plays in last inning for the Titans on the left side of the outfield. And this inning from the center fielder Gentry, the right fielder Jenkins. A 1-2-3 inning for Trujillo. 3-0 Regis, 3.5. Come home.
For the Raiders in the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors. A good play in right field by Jake Jenkins gets the 3rd out. Coming to the plate for the Titans. 5-6-7, Monahan, Baird, and Austin. Championship is brought to you by the Colorado High School Activities Association and all its corporate partners, including mass prep and all its photography. Together, these partners provide opportunities for young people to excel.
Halfway home at All City Stadium, 3-0 Raiders over the Titans. Good look at the lovely Cathedral Clock Tower over at the University of Denver across Interstate 25. It's over the right center field wall here at All City. Fans still following in. This is the first of 2 semifinals today as Bayer's first pitch is in tight. Cruised through the first 2 2/3, in fact. Then ran into trouble with a couple hit batsmen and a walk with 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd. That one driven hard to center field. Dingus gets there. What a catch once again. We've seen tremendous play from the outfielders. This time it's Regis's Patrick Dingus to rob Tyler Hanahan. That one was hit hard on a beeline. Dingus to his left got there in time. The hardest hit ball of the game against Bayer so far, and the defense helps him out even though it was shaded to the opposite field. Baird digs in. He's got the lone hit so far for the Titans. That one sails high over his head on the curveball that didn't break. Baird reached in the second, was stranded there as Adam Osmus grounded out back to the pitcher. Practice cut Baird, a utility infielder who can play 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. Today he dons the left side of the diamond at the hot corner. Two-0 on Baird. Asks for time as he digs in. The delivery is wide, 3-0. It's out for Baird. He'll have the green light. He's 5 extra base hits, but yet to clear the wall this season. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Baird drops one in on the outside corner, 3-1. Peter Bayer, the pitcher, has given up 7 unearned runs this season to go along with 20 to his ERA. Slow dribbler. Confident Weiss. Throw. Good scoop by Reagan Todd. Nice pickup by the first baseman on the throw from Weiss in the dirt. Good play by Todd to stay with it. Caught it cleanly off the dirt. Adam Osmus, the designated hitter, stepping in. He brought an end to the 2nd. Now looks to reach with nobody on in the 4th. Bayer wears his emotions on his sleeve on the mound. Delivers. That one lined just foul outside first base. 1-1. Osmus has driven in 13 this season. He's got 4 runs he's scored himself. Bayer's pitch is down low, 3-1. Fouled on back. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Grounded to Weiss. Charging, scoops, throws on the run to Todd, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning, 2 putouts by the shortstop. 4 innings in the books. Regis with the lone scores. Those coming in the first 2 innings. It's 3-0 Raiders.
4 complete in the books, 3-0 Raiders. Top of the order schedule for Regis, George, Larson, and Weiss. Since 1921, the Colorado High School Activities Association has provided rules and regulations for athletic competition in the state. The association also registers over 4,000 team officials each year and provides a multitude of services the 335-member high school. The promotion and protection of interscholastic activities makes the Colorado High School Activities Association an integral part of the educational process for young people in our state.
Wind gusting in here at All-City Stadium in Denver, Colorado. This the first of a doubleheader in the 5A semifinals. Regis 3-0 lead, the second game of the day between Highlands Ranch and Cherry Creek. Right now it's the undefeated Titans behind Brooks Trujillo, who's really settled down after a rocky first. Gave up 2 in the first, allowed 1 in the second. Leadoff hitters reached in both of those. They both came around to score. Retired the leadoff man in each of the last 2 innings and did not give up a run on back-to-back 1, 2, 3 appearances. Driven hard to left, charging is Orgill, and a single. It hit the grass, says the umpire on that side. And Orgill, who robbed Reagan Todd of a home run to end the third, can't make that defensive play, so the leadoff man on here to start the fifth.
Leadoff base hit at the plate, third baseman number 12, Joey Larson.
So George is 2 for 2 and has reached on a walk. He's been on base all 3 times here today. Joey Larson digs in. Inside. Larson had a sacrifice bunt with George on the bases in the first inning. Running is George. Good throw. They got him. Beautiful throw by Mickey Peterson. They pegged Max George. Had a steal in the first inning. Caught stealing here in the fifth. Beautiful throw by Mickey Peterson. The junior with a bullet and no chance for George as Peterson gunned it in there. Two-1 to Larson, now 1 away. Over the shortstop's head into left center field. Gentry looks to cut off the angle. He does. Larson on with a single. So a couple of hits to start inning number 5, but only 1 base runner after George was gunned down.
The runner at first base and 1 out at the plate for the Raiders. Shortstop number
Brody Weiss
Brody Weiss.
into the box. 1 for 2 today, a home run in the first inning. He ended the second at the plate. Outside from Trujillo. Weiss against Legend back in April. 2 for 4 with a double, couple RBIs, couple runs scored. Today he's got 1 of each on the bomb. Swing and a miss on the outside fastball from Trujillo. Starters have gone all the way for both sides so far. We're into inning number 5 here on the CHSAA Network on CHSAA.tv. Trujillo, that one in the dirt, laying off his Weiss, 3-1. A walk for Weiss. Larson advances to second. So all 3 runners have reached here in inning number 5. One of them gunned down. Weiss now 1 for 2. He's reached base in 2 of his 3 plate appearances. Jordan Kennedy stepping in. Reached on an error in the first. He flied out to right field to start the third. Officially 0 for 2. Kennedy, 22 ribbies this season. Looking for more, curveball inside. Kennedy, traditional left-hand stance, left foot by the back of the batter's box. Open stance, pulls it to right. Tanner Thompson on the grounder, looks to second, no play there, comes to first to Hanahan, 2 away as the runners advance.
Both runners moved up on the ground ball now. 2 out at the plate.
Larson on third, Weiss on second, Dingus in the box. Dingus, a nice defensive play in the top half, or excuse me, the bottom half of the 4th inning. He's 0 for 2 with a line out to the shortstop and a strikeout in the first. Trujillo drops one in, 0-1. Grounded. Trujillo, nice play on the mound. He'll keep it himself for the end of the inning. Brooks Trujillo showing good range and athleticism, bouncing off the mound. 2 runners stranded, none across, 3-0 Regis. We head to the bottom of 5.
To the Raiders in the top of the 5th. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left. They lead it 3-0, moving to the home half of the 5th. Trujillo, Peterson, and Orville to the Titans. Sports Authority is one of the nation's largest full-line sporting goods retailers, offering a comprehensive high-quality assortment of brand name sporting apparel and equipment at competitive prices. The Sports Authority is committed to Colorado high school athletics and activities in their school community.
Bayer back to the mound for Regis. 5A semifinal, the second one still to come here from All City Stadium. For Bayer, just 1 hit given up. That one coming in the 2nd inning by Mike Baird. Also 1 walk, couple hit batsmen have reached. The Titans pitcher Brooks Trujillo digs in, got himself in a little bit of trouble in the top half of the inning, got out of it on the grounder right back to him. Off the bat of Patrick Dingus. And now a 2-0 count. Once again, Legend winners of 14 straight. That streak on the line here today. Down 3 runs, being shut out and just 1 hit through 4+. The 3-0 from Bayer, caught the inside corner, 3-1. Trujillo with a couple of home runs this season. They came in a week's time. April 9th against Douglas County, April 16th against Heritage. He fouls that one off, 3-2. Pitching today, or so far, he also does play 3rd base. Grounded, shortstop Weiss to his left. Couple of scoops, hop, and it gets right through Reagan. Todd saved an error on Weiss earlier today and then gives one up. The leadoff man on for Legend. Weiss had a bad throw an inning ago that Reagan Todd scooped up. The error officially on the first baseman, Todd.
At the plate, catcher, number 22, Mickey Peterson.
So the leadoff man on. First error of the contest for Coach Weiss's squad. It was his son Brody. The throw to first was clean. Reagan Todd just missed it. Here's the catcher, Peterson. Mickey, a junior. Pickoff throw is not in time. Back to the bag, Trujillo. And Peterson without a sacrifice this season, but trailing by 3. The Titans needing every out they still have. 9 remain. Squaring to bunt, Peterson, and shooting it down the first base line. Charging Todd, the throw covering is George. Advancing on the play is Trujillo. 1 away, runner in scoring position is the Titans pitcher. So the number 9 man lays down a bunt, gets a successful sacrifice, his first on the season. Back to the top of the order, and Connor Orgill. With 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 3rd. He was hit by a pitch as he was squaring around a bunt. Now he's on with a runner on 2nd and 1 away. Bayer inside, and Orgill nearly got caught once again. Orgill's been hit 3 times this season, including earlier today. That was nearly number 4. It's almost one of those take one for the team type at this point. You want to get that tying runner to the plate. Tanner Thompson waits on deck. Orgill squares to bunt. Bunts through it, 1-1. Had the infield back, had an opportunity for the speedster in Orgill. Double digits in stolen bases this season, so he has wheels. We saw it as he drifted to the wall and made the great saving home run play. Bayer delivers to left center field. Dingus is there looking to tag is Trujillo. He'll stay. 2 away. Oh for 2 now is Orgill. Tanner Thompson 0 for 1, having been hit by a pitch as well in the 3rd inning. Stepping in. In the 3rd inning, the first runner reaching scorer position for the Titans. Now 1 here in the 5th with 2 down. Time called by the batter Thompson. He steps out, fixes the jersey, the helmet, taps the plate and back in. Bayer, right side, under his glove. George over to his right, sliding scoop throw. The pick at first by Reagan. What a play. The second baseman with a great stop. A good scoop by Reagan. Todd to make up for the error earlier. As we get another look. Thompson was looking to bring in the first run of the game. George to his knees, throwing across his body, and Todd with the scoop. He's had a couple of those today. Legend still kept clean off the board. Through 5, 3-0 Regis. Will be back with the top of the 6th in just a moment.
Legend 0 for the Raiders. It should be Todd, Smith, and Brunt. This championship weekend is brought to you by the Colorado High School Activities Association and all its corporate partners, including Sports Authority and Big O Tires. Together, these partners provide opportunities for young people to excel. Now after 6th inning, Raiders up 3-0. Leading off the inning, first baseman number 8, Regis.
Reagan Todd steps in after a nice defensive play from both the second baseman Max George to get to the ball in the throw, and Todd to scoop it out. Regis up by 3. Those runs came back in the first and second innings, 2 in the top half of the first. Todd looks at 2 balls, high and wide. He's up on the count. Trujillo's still in there. That one catches the outside corner. Wasn't sure how long Trujillo would last after that start. A hit, a sacrifice, a wild pitch, and a home run by Brody Weiss. Look out in that Rangers dugout. All the Raiders look to be okay. 2-2. That one just slapped out there by Todd. The 2-2 is just wide off that outside corner. 3-2. Todd had a home run taken away from him by Orgill in left. Under it is Hanahan. He makes the catch and the call. 1 away. Todd now 0 for 3. Stepping in, Andrew Schmidt, who's 1 for 2. A single in the second. He came around to score. He also hit a liner to center field. That was taken away by Jacob Gentry. Wind is calm, blowing in, clouds starting to subside as we see some sunshine peek through. Inside corner at the knees, 1-1. Trujillo in the stretch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Schmidt swung right through it, out of the glove of Peterson. 1 away, top of the 6th. 3-5-1 for Regis, 0-1-2 for Legend. Squirter to the left side. Dahlbeck charges all in one motion. The scoop. It's away from Hanahan. I think that should be credited a hit for Schmidt. It is. And a runner on with 1 away for the designated hitter, Eric Bruntz.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 10, Eric Bruntz.
Couple of hits for Regis in the 5th with none across. Now 1 here in the 6th. That one driven to left field by Bruntz. Camping under it, Orgill. He's got plenty of room, makes the catch. Retreating is Schmidt. 2 away. Powers, the catcher in the on-deck circle, forced to take off the gear. Hanahan and Schmidt exchange pleasantries at first.
Catcher number 9,
Well, Trujillo came in with that ERA just a shade over 3. Shaky at the beginning and has looked good since. He's given his team a chance. That one lined to the second baseman, Tanner Thompson, caught in the air. Says the umpire he'll throw to first either way. And that'll do it. A hit, a runner, nobody left. No runs across. Through 5.5, 3-0 Regis. Legend coming to bat with the number 3 hitter, Bobby Dahlbeck, on the other side of this break.
5A game to follow. Cherry Creek will be the home.
Getting late here at All City Stadium. Regis 3-0. Win, and they advance to the first of the championship games tomorrow. Legend has a spot in the final tomorrow afternoon. The question is, will it be 2 games with a chance just needing to win 1 to win the state title, or a loss today would drop to the very final game where it's 2 teams with a loss apiece, winner take all. Dahlbeck 0 for 1 officially. He reached on a walk in the 3rd inning. Since then, 6 of the 7 batters in the 4th and the 5th have been retired. The only one that wasn't was an error on the first baseman, Reagan Todd. Dahlbeck comes in a .468 batting average. Fouled off to the right side. Still nobody warming in either pen. It looks like it'll be the starters the rest of the way. One and 2 to Dahlbeck as he shakes his head as he steps in. Bayer gets the ground ball. Weiss deep, short, long throw. Plenty of time. Good play from the shortstop in shallow left field.
Now batting.
Makes the throw from the outfield grass and gets Dahlbeck by a step. No hurry, no rush in the play of Weiss. Calm, cool, collected. And gets Dahlbeck in time. Cleanup man Jenkins to the plate. 5 innings left for Legend. Excuse me, 5 outs left for Legend. Jenkins has grounded to the shortstop in the 2nd. Excuse me, the 2nd baseman in the 2nd, the shortstop in the 3rd. Bats now with 1 out, nobody on in the 6th. Schlepper with a clean off of home plate. Back into the box is Jenkins. Bayer's pitch, the 2-0 is a strike down the middle of the plate. 2-1. Grounded, 3rd baseman with the catch this time. Joey Larson throws to first. A good scoop on an in-between hop. Avoiding it is Larson, 2 outs. Bayer's given up just 1 hit through 5 2/3 innings. He is coasting right now. Honahan into the box. He's 0 for 2. Just about everybody on his team is. Grounded to second, lined out to the center fielder Dingus. The 0-1 pitch fouled right off his foot by Honahan. Shaking it off, taking a look. Cleaning off the plate is the umpire. It's one of the traditions in baseball I don't really understand. It's considered a courtesy by the umpire. The batter, they'll give the batter whatever time he needs anyway without cleaning off the plate to shake off a foul ball off himself and step back in. But it is par for the course in baseball. The 0-2 is about 55-footer from Bayer. Several major league scouts in attendance here this afternoon. Has to be impressed by what they've seen from the pitcher bound for the University of Richmond. Bayer's pitch got him swinging on the breaking ball off the outside corner. Legend still held scoreless, still held to just 1 hit. 3 up, 3 down, 5.5 gone by. Bottom of the 6th we go. Top of the 7th we go, excuse me, 3-0 Regis.
For the Raiders. Over 7 million kids play high school sports in the United States. Just 4% of those go on to play college sports. An even lesser percentage of those athletes earn scholarships in college. 6.2% of college football players move on to professional football, and just 2.4% of basketball players move on to the NBA. High school sports give kids the chance to strive, dream, and set realistic goals in their lives. Top of the order for the Raiders in the 7th. Second baseman number 3, Max George.
Top of the 7th inning. Regis 3-0. Max George, the leadoff hitter at the plate. Fouled off the first pitch, swinging foul ball just outside third base on the second. The first was a foul tip that some thought might have been hit by a pitch. George stays in the box, down 0-2, with Trujillo still on the mound. George singled and scored in the first, walked in the second, singled in the 5th, and was caught stealing. You have to wonder with scouts here, you never want to get too far ahead of yourself. George, just a sophomore, very small guy. You wonder if there's a growth spurt in store. But college scouts, pro scouts have to wonder, what is the future of a guy who is a sophomore in 5A baseball, can hit better than 500 and reach base almost 65% of the time. Trujillo's delivery is high and tight as George backs off. 2-2. George, low stance in the box. Small strike zone, swing and a miss. The first time today that Max George has been retired. It's a strikeout for Trujillo. One away here to start the 7th.
One out in the 7th. Now batting, third baseman number 12, Joe.
4th strikeout for Trujillo on the day. It is the 7th inning. Looks like that curveball, he might be hanging up a little bit, maybe tiring slightly for Trujillo. Ball fouled off by Larson. Action now in the Regis pen. See if we can get a number on that for you. Legends pen still quiet. It's Trujillo's game to win. Breaking ball cuts across the plate outside, 1-2. Quick pace on the mound for Trujillo. The finish line's in sight, all the way from 0-2 to 3-2. Payoff pitch, grounded past Trujillo. Charging is the shortstop, Dahlbeck. No play on it, safely on for Larson, his 2nd consecutive hit on the infield single. They said no single. Actually, the official scorer calls it an error on the shortstop. One of those in-between plays, probably could have gone either way. Weiss with a home run today in the box. Skies that one a mile high. Trujillo runs past it. The first baseman, Honahan, camps under it, 2 away.
2 outs, the man at first base. Now batting. Right fielder number 17, Jordan Kennedy.
2 down for the cleanup man, Kennedy. Reached on an error in the first, flied out to right field in the third, grounded softly to the second baseman, Tanner Thompson, in the fifth. Runner on first, 2 away, a strike on the outside corner. Warming in the pen for Regis. A pitch down is Danny Sutherland, the righty, and David Peterson, the lefty. Both getting loose. We'll see if it's one of them coming in or if Bayer will pitch into the bottom of the 7th. Peterson with a couple saves this year. Sutherland with one as well. Runner goes off first. Throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base by Larson, who reached on the error on the shortstop earlier. So he's in scoring position with 2 away and a 3-1 count on Jordan Kennedy. Kennedy to center field. Gentry came in, now goes back, it's over his head. Coming in to score is Larson. Going to second on the play is Jordan Kennedy, 4-0 Regis. So Kennedy with his first hit on the day, and RBI for him. For Kennedy, it's run driven in number 23 on the season. And that wind that was pushing in, if you can see on the flagpole now, is completely gone away. Sun over on top of us. Little flare. Trujillo gives chase. Leaves for Hanahan, and that'll do it. Trujillo gives up a run here in the top of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th we go. Last licks for Legend as we get one more peek into the run driven in by Jordan Kennedy on the line drive to center field. Good piece of it. You can see Gentry, just that little hesitation coming in. That wind that was blowing in and stopped. It got over the head of Gentry to the wall. Coming in to score Larson as Kennedy with the 2-out RBI double. And a look at the game. 4-7-1 for Regis, 0-1-3 for Legend. Last lick for the Titans. Again, they haven't lost in 15 games. A loss today, though, doesn't affect their chances of winning the state championship. It just assures them of an afternoon game tomorrow. They would face either Regis or the winner of the Highlands Ranch Cherry Creek game, which is coming up after this right here on CHSAA TV.
Final score at All-Star Park at 4A competition. Broomfield remains undefeated in 4A play with a 5-4 victory over Kansas City.
Bayer back to the mound for the 7th.
Home run through 7th inning.
3 complete games this season. Looking for number 4 here this afternoon. The Regis contingent with some fans of the next game starting to file in here to All City. Leading off in the 7th will be the number 6 man in the lineup, Mike Baird. Baird has the lone hit of the day for Legend. It was a single with 2 outs in the 2nd as he looks at ball 1 from Baird. Baird with the hit in the 2nd. He grounded out to the shortstop Weiss on a 3-1 count in the 4th. Just looking for base runners is Coach Fellers and his crew. Regis plays Baird slightly to the right in the outfield. Infield straight away. That one scoots off the plate, off the catcher Powers. 2-0. A 3-0 for Baird. Taking all the way, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to start the 7th from Baird. With guys warming in the pen the last half inning for Regis, you have to wonder if Bayer is going to go the distance or any more trouble. Look at the hook. There is that Regis pen.
Designated hitter number 5,
That was the lefty David Peterson getting loose. Up last half inning was the righty Danny Sutherland. Stepping into the box is the DH Adam Osmus, who's grounded to the pitcher and grounded to short. Third baseman Larson just on the edge of the grass. The middle infield back at double play depth. Bayer's pitch jams Osmus and it's fouled off. Parking lot filling up. Sea of blue in the first baseline stands in support of their Titans. Lead off first for Bayer, 0-2. Osmus swing, he got just enough to stay alive. Osmus was fooled on the pitch. Looked like that one was heading for the dirt. He sent it there on the foul tip. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Swinging Osmus again on one low. Fielded by the third baseman Larson to second for one. Back to first in time. A double play, 5-4-3. Larson to George to Todd. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Shifting to his left was Larson. Little on the throw there, and George with the collision. The stretch from Todd at first. A great turn by the second baseman, and now 1 out away from advancing to tomorrow's championship preliminary, I guess we'll call it, is Regis. Bayer allowed a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. Then on a slow roller to Larson at third, induced a double play ball. First one of the day, Bayer misses on the outside, 2-0. The game immediately following this one on CHSAA.TV, Highlands Ranch against Cherry Creek. Creek came in the #1 seed into the postseason with a 19-2 mark. The Bruins had to drop down to the bottom half of the bracket after falling to Legend 3-2 back a week ago. Friday afternoon baseball in the city of Denver. Great to have you with us here on CHSAA.TV. I'm Josh Gross. Special thanks to statistician and information extraordinaire Brian Tatum. Doing a lot of legwork here this afternoon. 2-2, 2 outs, nobody on. Legend's last hope lies in the bat of Trujillo. Pitch, line drive over the head of George. The pitcher Trujillo keeps hopes alive for Legend. 1 on, 2 outs. Mickey Peterson due up. First hit of the day for Trujillo. He reached in the 5th on an error by the first baseman as well.
courtesy running at first base for Brooks Trujillo.
Just the second hit overall given up by Bayer on the day. The first one came in the second inning to Mike Bayer.
At the plate.
You can see just how tough Bayer is here, even in the seventh. That was Trujillo going with the pitch and just flicking it with his wrists over the second baseman. Peterson struck out in the third. Had a sacrifice bunt in the fifth. Officially 0 for 1, takes inside 1-0. Powers goes out to talk to his pitcher. Still some action in that bullpen for Regis, but it's very light throwing. Bayer's been in control throughout. Throwing back and forth, Sutherland and Peterson having a catch. Bayer's 1 out away from the complete game. Inside once again on Peterson, 2-0. Interesting to see Todd holding on the runner at first base with a 4-goal cushion. That one's low and outside, 3-0. Extra breath from Bayer. He's back up on the bump. The leadoff first by Trujillo, and strike one. Popped up left side, shallow left field, going out the shortstop. Weiss coming in, Schmidt, and Weiss makes the catch to end it. A complete game for Peter Bayer. Regis Jesuit Raiders advance to tomorrow's championship semi. We'll call it for now. The official title from CHSAA in moments. 4-0 the final score, just 2 hits for a legend. The Titans held to 1 in the second inning by Mike Bayer, 1 in the seventh by Brooks Trujillo, the pitcher. Trujillo records the loss, gives up 4 runs in the outing. Bayer shuts out the Titans, and Regis moves on to face either Highlands Ranch or Cherry Creek. That is the second game of the day here at All City Stadium. The Raiders got on the board early with a single from Max George. He stole second. A sacrifice bunt by Larson and an error on the catcher brought in George for the first run of the game. It proved to be the game winner. Immediately following that was a home run by Brody Weiss. Be sure to order your DVD of today's game at prepfilms.com. This game has been produced by Play On Sports Network for your viewing pleasure. Regis Jesuit moves on to face either Highlands Ranch or Cherry Creek. That game coming up next here from All City Stadium on CHSAA.tv. For Josh Gross, our entire production crew, thanks so much for joining us. 4-0 Raiders. Stay tuned. The Ranch and Creek coming up next on CHSAA.tv.